Iowa has their new men's basketball coach. Ben McCollum becomes the 23rd Iowa men's basketball coach in school history and is ready now for the challenge. Ben has a long road ahead of him. Currently only a couple players left on the roster and most in the transfer portal. He hopes to connect with some of those Iowa players that are left and hopefully sway them back to Iowa City. But one of the biggest things Ben wants to see is fans back in the stands. Carver was empty for most of the games this season, and he knows one thing that could possibly cure that.
Your objective is to win championships. The reason we went to Drake was because we felt like we had an opportunity to win the Missouri Valley Conference Championship and get to the NCAA tournament. We felt like they were resourced enough to be able to do that, and it was important through the conversations with Beth that she was on the same page as me, and she might have even been on a further page ahead in regards to wanting to bring championships here. And so, that's obviously what we're trying to build. I would like to see a full Carver. I would like to see fans out there. I've seen full at other sports. I want to make sure that we put a good product out there so that fans enjoy it, and we show what Iowa is like. So that would be my vision, similar to what we did at Northwest Missouri State for that 15 years, build it into that kind of contender.
One player that Ben coached this past season, Bennett Sturtz, has entered the transfer portal. He played all 35 games for the Drake Bulldogs, averaging 19 points a game, shooting nearly 50% from the field and 39% from the arc. He averaged just over 5 assists a game. McCollum wouldn't fully commit to saying Sturtz will be in Iowa City next season, but did have some high praise for him. Specific
to Bennett, I mean, he's probably, if he's not the best point guard in the country, he's top 2 or 3. So that's a pretty good fit right there. All the guys that we've had operate with a level of humility, meaning they're able to be coached at a high level. They don't think they're bigger than the program itself. They understand the value of other people, and that allows to have elite amount of success.
Now the other piece of this puzzle has been Beth Getz. This is the second time she has had to hire a new head coach in her short tenure as athletic director. McCollum telling everyone that Beth has been extremely professional throughout the whole process, letting Ben finish up at Drake before really pursuing him. But over the last couple of days, the talks and negotiations moved quickly. Beth is confident she has the right guy for the job, and one thing that stood out about him was his ability to make great connections, which could translate to getting players in the transfer portal.
At the end of the day, there's not much we do that isn't about how we interface with other people. And so when you're able to do that, I think he's got a really high EQ. And so his ability to navigate that in the transfer portal where you got to do it in a really quick way. And the same thing is true in fundraising, which is just about, again, how do you build connection and find that shared passion along the way? I mean, you got to get out there and want to hustle and want to work and be comfortable doing it in a way that you know who you are, and he fit all of those traits.
We also went around Iowa City today talking to fans about the hire, and there's definitely a buzz. Fans excited for a new era and new life to the program. That was evident when Ben showed up at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Fans lining the path for him to enter, wearing white shirts and yellow ties. Smiles across Ben's and his wife's face as they enter Carver Hawkeye Arena. Fans saying they are ready for what's next out of the black and gold.
Success in every university and college that he's been at. Went to the University of Iowa basketball camps. He loves the University of Iowa, so you got to have somebody here that's going to love the university in order to make it successful.
Men's basketball's kind of tailed off a couple of years here since Luka Garza and the Murrays have left, so hoping to see it step back up with Ben McCollum coming. I'm not a fair weather fan. I go to games whether we're good or bad, but it's definitely going to be nice to see hopefully Carver fill up a little more now that we have a new coach and hopefully new players coming in.
And you can catch Ben McCollum's entire introductory press conference on demand on our 8+ app. Download on your TV and watch for free. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.